It's good to be here once again. My name is Latif Eluyemi, and today we have an interesting personality. For the next 5 or 10 minutes, we'll be talking about sales and marketing experience in Nigeria. It's a field that a lot of people are actually scared of at the point, because I've had experience of people saying that, sales, me, hey, they will use you, they will do this. There are a lot of myths about it. And for someone who has been in the field for the past 10 years, I think it's something to share some of the experiences, the great moments, the challenging moments, and how to navigate into the path. So with me here is my friend for more than I think more than 10 years now, or thereabouts. I think he will be.
It's actually more than 10 years, around 12 years now.
Yeah, so he'll be telling us his name. In the next few days, he'll be marking 10 years in the field. Yoruba will call it Ubontarigi. I'm sorry to put that. So let's meet you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Elufora. My name is Ogundepo Yakubb Olakunle, an indigenous of Ibadan, Oyo State. I had my elementary schools, Christ Apostolic Primary School, and Loyola College, same in Ibadan, Oyo State, before I proceeded to the then University of Ado-Ekiti to study business administration, though now it is Ekiti State University. After my first degree, I secured this loving, enterprising career, sales and marketing, which prompted me to go. The company transferred me back to Ekiti State, so I did my master's in same business administration, but at master's level, I focused on international marketing. So I think if I could recall my thesis then, it was effect of currency devaluation on detergent brand switching in Nigeria.
It means you have been into detergent production for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, last 10 years.
Oh, sales and marketing, how do I get to sales and marketing? Yes. Before I got admission to university, I worked with some industries in Ibadan. I work with Sudit Oil and Gas, I work with New Plus, and I work with Sosa, which is depot for OK Group then, as a store guy.
Then you only had SSC.
SSC, but instead of sitting down while waiting for the admission, Ibadan people, we don't like staying idle. We just want to do one or two things. So during that time, I came across a lot of expatriates that actually believe in my tenacity towards work job. So immediately I finished university, instead of sitting there at home, I contacted one of those expatriates. So the person told me, now what is your course of study, business administration? I'm having a slot for you in then Expand Global, but the Expand Global then is now Enke Nigeria. It's one of the biggest multinationals in Nigeria, in the world. They are among the top 100 companies in the world now. So I got the job through referral recommendation by one of the expatriates I've worked with before I get admission to university. So although, let me put this in, and I have to give kudos to my mentor and a father figure, Mr. Ogundepo Kazim today. At first, I did not want to go for sales and marketing job. I saw it as career that is full of ups and downs and pressure, stress. So the man advised me that no, it's a good career. Then he was national sales manager for a publishing firm anyway, and I wanted to go into FMCG. So he convinced me that is the right path. So and I was able to give it a shot, which has been very, very interesting.
Since you've been into this, yes, what would you call your major landmark in this field, or probably your happiest day? Oh, like, okay, I've been doing this job thank God that at least I'm on the right course.
I can't pinpoint a certain day as happiest, because in the last 10 years I've had an opportunity to be recognized and promoted more than 8 times. The aspiration of every salesman is to be climbing the ladder. I joined sales as a merchandiser after NYC. So, and today I'm a regional sales manager for a brand, for a company, one of the biggest brands in Nigeria today. So
What's the name?
Mahmuda Group, the producer of Too Clean Pro, Mama Joy, Too Clean Protect, Too Clean Classic, Classy Soap, Nova Soap.
You
It
can
has
say,
been a
yeah.
steady growth. Sales is as old as mankind. The need to exchange a value for value has made sales the most lucrative and the largest workforce in the whole world.
That's quite true. I remember when I was doing my MBA then, a lot of people were like, no. No, I want to go into HR. Some will say operational, some will say production management, things like that. But the professor told us then that, see, these people don't know what they are doing. So there's nothing that you want to do, even if you want to set up your company. And I had a colleague in the class then who told me that the reason why he was in marketing is that one day he aspire to own a business of his own, and because he will have a business of his own, the chief marketing officer of every company is the CEO.
Exactly.
Because you not every time that the marketing officer will have chances, so you need to introduce your company to a lot of people. What do you do and all that? So I quite agree with you. So let's move to the next question, which is the most challenging moment in this field. Probably a day like, okay, I not like this job. Feel like say I quit. Feel like quitting. Probably go to civil service. Let me go and look for a government job, or let me go and start my own business. Has there been a day like that?
Exactly. There was a particular day I could remember, that should be around 6 years ago. Then I was still with Henkel, and says, let me chip in things before I told you about the most regrettable day that I feel like I should quit sales and marketing job. Sales has different segments. We have open market, we have modern market, we have route selling. Open market is all these major markets you see around. Modern market, they are the malls, supermarkets. Route selling, they are the neighborhood markets, people that will build the house, have shops in front of their house. So I majorly specialize in open markets because it's the largest pool of sales. For every company, they always have modern road selling, open market, and open market always contribute to at least 90% of total sales generated by the company. Anyway, so being in open markets, we have major issue: debt, debt collection. Now, so if a salesman is not careful,
because people will buy on credit.
They will buy on credit from you, and not everybody. You won't do any agreement with them that you must sign that if you don't pay, you use your house as collateral. Because then I was a sales officer, so I do secondary sales, help my distributors to deplete the stock from their warehouse so that I can make premises. They order from the company direct. So I had a lot of debt to collect from the market. So it got to a stage I had to be using my personal salary to pay some customers that I know that they have started shouting that, where's our money? I mean, why we have supplied those goods, we didn't want to collect that goods back from the wholesalers, because it will result to bad image for the brand. So that is the most worrisome day I had in the field of sales and marketing. So I was hell bent to borrow money from my mentor to clear the debt, so that later on, when I was collecting the money from the customer, I had to pay him back.
That shows that in everything, there's always up and down moments. So
Exactly.
It's not always juicy. This career just the flex, they enjoy. So why do you think people run away from marketing and sales? People fresh graduates.
Simple word: misinformation. Unfortunately, it is only sales and marketing career path that is devoid of politics for you to get to the top. Let me give an insight. As an administrator, if you don't have a mentor, if you don't know who knows who, most especially in this part of the world, Nigeria, you may find it difficult to get to the top. But as a salesperson, even your line manager that does not like your face, your sales figure does not lie. If you are selling, let me say, 250 cartons every day, and the next person that is following you is selling 150 cartons every day, it is impossible for any position to be open at that organization.
And
They will now promote someone that is selling 150 cartons, leaving person that is selling 250 cartons. So you don't have to play any political gimmicks before you climb the ladder in sales. So sales is a very clear cut. Just know your onions, know where you belong, know where your strength is. Take for instance, if you don't have thick skin, if work get easily at you, you don't have any business in sales. Because you meet a customer today, they say, rubbish. Maybe that customer was transferring the aggression of whatever that might have happened to him or her. Yet you have to revisit that kind of customer again to get your results. So sales is, I don't know why people run from sales. If I had to come back to this life and choose any career path, it will be sales and marketing.
So another question is, what are the career prospects for someone who actually studied marketing as a course, and how can they easily get job? Probably I study because recently I wrote about something on social media, and a woman said that he has I think a younger sister or a sibling who was given marketing at the university, and he was like, what kind of useless course is that? You have to look for a way to change it. And I was like, no, it's not a bad course. So for that kind of person, after graduating, how do you think jumpstart into sales or marketing career?
Marketing, I've pointed it out earlier, is a universal course. So for someone that is aspiring to do great in sales and marketing, for you to have a sales, although just like every other career path in Nigeria, we see people that study Yoruba in banking industry. For someone that studies sales and marketing, the way you approach market, the way you will do things will be quite different from the way someone that is just lucky to find him or herself in that career path. Sales and marketing as a course is one of the most lucrative jobs. If you go to Indeed, LinkedIn, if they advertise 20 jobs daily, rate it with me. Sales and marketing related jobs there will be up to 10. Because at every point in time, we exchange value for value. We don't live in isolation. The other 10 job advertised might be to across other career paths, maybe medical, laboratory sciences, administrative, HR, tech, or what have you. So sales and marketing at every organization, you need it. So it's not a job a course that you just look down on. I started this job 10 years ago. By October 2nd, it will be exactly 10 years I started sales and marketing as a professional. And studying marketing at postgraduate level paved the way for me to do things differently than my colleagues. I have people that have spent 15 years, 20 years in the same field, but they are not yet to get to where I am. No, I'm not saying that I'm perfect or I know how to do it best. For information, exposure to strategies to get things done will always make you to stand out.
One of the fears of many people in the marketing and sales is the huge and unrealistic targets. By the time they give you start a job. I've seen someone that by the time they give, let's say banking now give like, okay, we go and look for a customer that will bring 23 million naira. And in worst cases, we have family because they want their son to get the job. They go and just go and look for something. So these are some of the things that put some people off the job. What's your say about this, about meeting targets, and how do you think people can actually do that and not get scared?
No, target is like having a dream for yourself. Your vision must be bigger than your immediate presence capability. So at least if you are unable to achieve your vision, you get to a satisfactory level. For every organization, I've worked with different kind of organization, FMCG, KEDA. I've worked with multinational company, national company, and with distribution company. The target, the way they will set target for you in multinational is always different from the way they will set target for you in national. The way they will set target for you in national oriented company is different from the way they will set target for you at the distribution company like Gakko Nigeria Limited, like Far East. There are many MRS, there are many like that. The indigenous one, Alexo, it is different. However, something is the same about them. Target is not said that if you don't meet up 100%, you not get incentive. Some companies prep their incentive from 60%. If you meet 60% of your target, you get something 80, 70, 90, 95, 100. Even above 100, you still get something. So target is just to prepare you to do extraordinary more than your colleague.
That you should have done.
That is why, in fact, I can say categorically that in every organization, sales and marketing team, they are always the richest, because you are exposed to enjoy a lot. You have your salary standard, you have float, that is operational expenses, cost of transition from one market to another, cost of transition from one state to another, cost of transition from hotel reservations. Apart from that, you still have incentive. Sometimes you have some organization that they give 3% of basic salary as your incentive. So target is always there to prepare you, to let you be on your toes, to deliver. They are not saying that if you don't meet up target, we will sack you.
Yeah. So
but it's just to put you on your toes.
Yeah, it's like a measure.
Yes.
Like, okay.
My Professor A.A. Sulaiman is one of my father in Unilag. He will tell you something that whatever that motivates you to get something done is ẹran orí ìrẹsì. It is not that meat on the rice that will make you to belleful.
Yeah.
But as you are eating the rice, you know that you have protein on it. Yeah. We prepare you to finish that rice. So target given incentive is a motivator for us to go extra mile to get result to the company.
Another interesting question I would love to ask is that there is this insinuation that the female salesperson, they do well than the male in sales and marketing. And they are using this thing. And if a female salesperson get to the top, there's only like yeah, she has worked her way to the top. What's your take on it? Do you think sales is easier for female? Another thing is that when a female come and probably market something to you, you're like, okay, please help us buy. You might want to like consider PTR, okay, I'll buy. But if a guy come like, oh God, they sell power bank, they sell like, I bet wait. Do you think it's easier for a female colleague to rise faster in marketing and sales?
Yes, it is easier for a female salesperson to rise, but from lower level to middle level. Okay. When you get to the middle level, going to a higher level, physical appealing of the female has some advantage over male. Our masculine structure, that is where the usefulness of being a well-taught salesperson come on board. You see some of us as a man, even we laugh more than female. We know how to entice people, sell ourselves. So it is easier for female to rise truly. But it is a fallacy that you can't use your body to sell. How many people do women want to use their body to sell to? Well, their physical appearance, their sexual appealing, ability to smile, the feminine aura tends to make people to give them more attention while they are marketing a product. But that does not mean that it will be like that for long. That is at the front line sales and marketing career. When they are dealing with, when they get to managerial supervision position, yes, it is then that your ability, your essential capability to manage people, exercise discipline, work above the board to get things done, that will not come into play. But that most people use their body to do it, I don't think it is a reasonable thing. I don't think it is true. Because to me, I'm not a female, I'm a male. I've never stayed on the job for 2 years without getting promotion. So what woman can achieve, a man can do better. As a matter of fact, women do have their own limitations too. Do you know the limitations? If you look at the women in sales and marketing, they always get hooked when they reach marriageable age, because they will have to choose between the family and the job. Look at me now, I'm a man, I'm covering 5 states now. It is almost impossible for me to stay in one state, even in one, don't let me say one state, in one area. Let me use Ibadan for instance. It's one of our biggest markets in Southwest Nigeria. It is impossible for me to stay in Ibadan for a whole 1 week without traveling, because I have 5 states, like 24 towns to attend to. If a woman were to do that too, the kids, the husband, of course, for me too, home do have some branches to cater for. But it would have been more easier for me if I had to be a female.
Another interesting question that I want to ask is that what's the difference between sales and marketing?
Okay.
Because to a layman, we'll probably mop it up like, okay, they are the same. But to a professional, like, they are not the same.
In sales and marketing, they are different. Sales, simply put, is exchange your value for value. I want to buy pop-up bottled water or drinks from Mamuda. It is 250 naira. It is 200 naira. I give that person 250 naira, I collect. It's because I'm thirsty. I need pop-up. That is sales. Marketing stands from identification of the need in the society. Okay, we are in this serene environment. There's a need for transportation to move around. This environment is big enough for you that you cannot trek from here to the gate. There's need for transportation. So identifying that need for transportation is marketing. Finding a means to measure the actual price. Pricing is part of marketing. Marketing is full encompassing. That is why most people think sales is narrow. Marketing is bigger in size than sales. Marketing starts from sourcing of identify the need, sourcing for materials to meet the need, accumulation of materials and conjuring with some other things to make the need felt. How to get those good that need, you identify what you want to use to serve the need, how to get it to the right customer at the right price.
It gets to the right,
yes,
the end users.
So sales is the one after marketing have identified, source, actualize, put the right pricing, put the right advertising, the right marketing mix to get it done. It is now salesperson that will take this thing to go and exchange it for value from people. It does not end there. Marketing does not end there. Sales ends as where you exchange value for value. Marketing will still go back to go and do feedback, learn information, Is the product actually meeting the need we primarily want it to meet?
What are the possible adjustments?
What are the possible adjustments? If it is meeting, what can we do to make it to dominate the market? Not that it will just come within 2 months
And it will disappear.
And disappear.
Yeah, that's. I think that's quite brilliant, and I think that's simple to understand, even for a layman. So the next question is, so what are the qualities? I think you mentioned something like that, but I want you to, touch light on that. Is again, what are the qualities expected of a good salesperson, and how can, if you don't have the traits or the attitudes, how can you nurture it? Okay, I want a part in sales and marketing, but I don't have this trait that you are talking about. How do I nurture it? So, firstly, what are the traits? What are the attitude? What are the qualities?
I will, before I that area you are going to, if we want to delve into it, we will spend hours here. But I always advise my subordinates, even my colleagues, it's better you take, even if you don't have sales and marketing experience, it's better you take 1 or 2 professional courses that relate to customer relationship management and marketing or sales. You really enjoy it. As a salesman, first thing you must have is integrity. It is easier to sell this phone to a new person today, but it is much more profitable to retain that customer trust. Selling once to me is not an achievement until someone that buys from you once come back to buy again. Repetitive purchase. That is that is when I call people a good salesman. When you are able to sell a product repeatedly to a particular customer, you are a salesman. So persistency, integrity, accountability. There's one thing that salesmen always lack. That is organizational skill, ability to be detailed, have record. Once you have those things, persistency, integrity, accountability, we have good record keeping, and you have a means of a thick skin. Let me use that language. I always use it. Thick skin.
Maybe ability to take risk.
Ability to, no, it's not risk. Okay. Thick skin means
being tough.
Someone will, no, not even being tough. Someone will insult you.
Okay. Yeah.
Get out. You still smile. You don't let what get at you easily. It will help you to go a long way in sales and marketing career. More importantly, I fail to say this: communication skill. I always do something. There was a day one of my junior colleagues followed me to market. We met like 5 distributors. After the end of job that day, the guy asked me that he noticed one thing, that the way I talk to this customer is different from the way I talk to another customer. Yes, you must know your customer. They have different orientation. There are some customers that what you need to do when you get to them, you don't need to talk too much. Tell them the benefit of buying that product at that moment. Madam, you have done 1 truck. If you buy 1 more truck, you have 30% instead of 2%. If you buy 30 trucks, you have 7% instead of 5%. They are profit-oriented customer. There are some customers that when you get to their shops, even before you sell to them, we call it relationship marketing. You first of all play with their kids.
So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years now, career-wise?
Career-wise, I'll still be in sales and marketing. I'm probably be in a higher position more than where I am now. I see myself being addressed as national sales manager for a reputable company in FMCG.
What's FMCG?
FMCG is fast moving consumer goods.
Allow me to easy.
Amen.
Yeah. So if you have one thing to tell your younger self, probably 10 years ago, maybe something you want to correct, maybe something you want to continue, what would that thing be?
Something I would have loved to correct earlier in sales, though I've been able to learn from my mistakes and work it through, is record keeping. is highly essential of every salesman. Because if you don't have the record for every transaction, every dialogue, every communication you have with your client, it may come back to haunt you. What I'm doing right, naturally, I love sales and marketing. Even during my undergraduate, I said clothing materials, I said wears on campus as a man. So naturally, I love sales and marketing. I will love what I do, so I will continue doing it anyway.
As a family person, as a family man, a father, and a husband, so how do you unwind with your busy job, and how do you ensure you have time for your family?
That is one interesting about sales. Sales is not a busy job. Sales itself is bubbling. You meet new people, you associate with people. Sales is not a job that will put you on a spot for a whole day, for 6 hours. As a salesman, you move around, you see nature, you go to new places. I think in my first 2 years in sales, I was able, out of 147 local towns and villages in Ekiti State, I was able to visit 142 within 2 years in sales and marketing. That was in Ekiti State when I got transferred to Ekiti State. So sales and marketing is a bubbling career path. There's no boredom except you don't like what you do anyway.
Yeah, that's interesting. So as an experienced person, give your one final message to that person that is watching us who might be considering a career in this field, or probably is presently in the field, probably is just starting. So what would be that message to them?
My colleagues, we are on the right path. You are on a path that nobody can stop you from growing, provided you are doing what is expected of you. You are bringing figures, you are bringing results to the table. Keep doing what you are doing. Be accountable, be disciplined, have good relationship with your customers. On no account should you prioritize your personal needs over your customer needs. I will tell you why. For every salesman, as you are climbing the ladder, what becomes your strength is the number of customers you can convince to come on board at any point in time. I'm not advising you, I'm not saying you should live where you are presently, but if you want to test the water, if you live where you are now and you go to another company, how many customers will follow you willingly? That is what your strength is.
Yeah, thank you. So if there's anyone that wants to tap from your experience and knowledge, how can they contact you?
Okay. Well, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok. My Instagram, I don't think is working perfectly, but my name is Ogundepo Yakubb Olakunle. If you search for Ogundepo Yakubb Olakunle on LinkedIn, you see it. You search on Facebook, you see it. And my phone number is 070-6943-5111. My email address is yogundepo@gmail.com.
So thank you very much, dear viewers, and a lot of people might be watching us who may have been watching us for the past 30 minutes or so. It's good having you here, and it's good to have our guests here, and we pray that he's celebrating 10 years, and I hope he has something for us, maybe menu, there's a place he's taking us to, and we pray that in the next 10 years we will continue to climb higher.
Amen.
Will attain that greatness.
Amen.
Because as you can see, he loves what he's doing, he enjoys this, and when someone enjoys what he's doing, what we can give to that person is support and prayer. So we are saying congratulations on this milestone, and we wish you the very best in the next phase of your career. Thank you so much for having us. My regards to your colleagues and your family.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Yes. Definitely.